Day 2, second video. We're going to now look at the European Q School, see if we got anything a little bit more familiar than what we're getting over in the UK, which at the moment is those experienced and recognisable faces are not necessarily producing the goods. Over in Europe, though, we are seeing a couple of surprises. The theme continues. Danny Van Tripe didn't play well yesterday, didn't play well today. He's gone out first round 6-0. That being a bit of a surprise. Matt Campbell going out to Radak Skaganski. Neither of those would have been happy with that first round. Quite a bit of a nightmare one for the pair. Matt Campbell losing that one has put himself in a spot of bother now moving forward. Will need a big run if he's going to pull it off. Jimmy Van Ski, 6-2 victory starting his campaign. Brian Roman beating Adam Savada Unana, who qualified for the World Championship recently, as did Jesus Salute. So a couple of people that maybe would have caught the eye recently going down. Timu Haju was one of their players that played in the World Championship who picked up a win in the opening game, as did Andreas Harrison. 6-0 over a shadow of Jelle Klassen is probably the best way of putting it. It's not happening for the Dutchies, is it? Bradley Roos losing 6-0 to Mason Whitlock, maybe a bit of a surprise result to some, certainly to me. Jeffrey Sparadons, though, did well to fly the flag. 6-2 win over Gotto, who will be gathering a lot of attention. One of those Asian players that are coming through from a very hot developing nation. Chris Landman lost his tour card at the back end of last year, looking to bounce back, as is Christo Reyes, who, when we look at the journey of Christo Reyes, has been away from the game for a long time, and when we saw him enter the qualifier for the World Championship, it was one of them where you look and go, I hope he does okay. Then he qualified, drew for Jan van Veen. You go, I hope he does okay, and he has been doing. He's been playing well. Certainly one to keep an eye on. David Cameron didn't play well but got the victory. Jeffrey Deswan didn't play well and didn't get the victory. And just like we're seeing over in the UK in regards to those early rounds, the people who played well yesterday and went on a bit of a run are also going out early today. Jamai van den Herrik, bit of a surprise in regards to the performance we've been getting from him so far. Maybe today's the day he turns up. Boris Kritschmar also with a victory. But Jose de Souza goes out early. If he's going to get his tour privileges back, he's going to have to pick it up on day 3 and 4. Because remember, there's still more to go. Just because you lose today, you've still got 2 more days. Only takes one good day. One run through the 64-player field, and you're in. Good to see this today. Yesterday, the round of 64, we didn't have anybody average over 95. A couple of people knocked on the door, but we've got 2 today in the round of the last 64, the second round stage. Jerome Caron. What a performance from him. 108.65. And Ben Robb, who I know is garnering a lot of attention, someone a lot of people want to see on tour. And I agree. I think if Ben Robb gets on the tour, I think we see him develop. But he's one of those players that really need to cross the line first. And when they do, I think they kick on. 6-2 victory for him, 95.78 the average. Moving him through to the last 32, where he didn't keep it going in regards to the results. Going out 6-4 in the very next round. Chris Landman going down to Christo Reyes, who continues to impress, 94.85. Did this be the day for Christo Reyes? Jeffrey Sparadons, my eye just keeps drawing to him. Every time, just a solid, competent, professional performance. Talking about professionals, Radak Skaganski won a tour card. Yeah, of course he did. He won a Pro Tour. One of those players that may be a bit unfortunate due to the timing of it would have actually been in the World Match Play the year after rather than Luke Woodhouse. Look at him now. In a bit of a battle. Timing wasn't the key there. Jimmy Van Ski, 98.97. Feels like it's time now, doesn't it, for Jimmy Van Ski? Where you go, if he doesn't win a tour card this year, will he ever? Done very well at the back of last year, picking up the Masters and the World Championship on the WDF circuit. But there was always that question, wasn't there, with Jimmy Van Ski when it come to crossing the line. We saw it so many times at the Super Series when it was time to win the big one. Never got over the line. As soon as he did it at the Masters, he's done it again there. Surely he does it now at Q School. But I said that about Derek Coulson in the UK, and he's found himself now in the spot of bother. It wasn't to be for Jimmy Van Ski on this occasion. Good performance, losing out in the last leg decider there to Alexander Merckx. Good points on the board, though, Jimmy Van Ski. He's a player now that may start to think of the order of merit, which can start to bring him in its own pressures. Christo Reyes, unbelievable. What a performance, what a run. He's playing Pro Tour darts. And not just Pro Tour darts, but dangerous Pro Tour darts. He is certainly ready to make his return to the Pro Tour. Michele Torretta, Italy's first ever tour card holder, mission player, and he actually plays with really, really dinky darts. That much so, I think I've actually got them behind me on the shelf. I probably should have got them out for this link. Tiny little dinky darts. He plays them well, 94.85, looking to get himself straight back onto the Pro Tour. But similar sort of story. The players that played well yesterday are not the ones picking up the points, which may lower down the point value. In Europe, we have 8 players that are going to be getting tour cards. I wouldn't be surprised if someone gets through on 10, where in the UK, I think we're looking more 11 to 12. Points-wise, it's looking good for Adam Gavlas, isn't it? Did go out there in a last leg shootout to Jeffrey Sparadons. However, the run for Adam Gavlas puts him in a very strong position in regards to the points, and that distraction could come in. It'll be interesting to see how he fares on day number 3. Torretta into the final game. Christo Reyes just constantly impressing. Again over that 94 mark, breaking the 93 barrier. He could be the most impressive performer of this year's Q School. He's one game away from getting his tour card back. I know there's a lot of people out there that would like to see him. There's a lot of people very fond of Christo Reyes. I like stories. This story is developing very, very nicely. And the final story on Sunday, when the Order of Merit ends and all the tour cards are awarded to the players, I will be live right here on Edgar TV. You hit the subscribe button. Be ready. We'll be live all day, and I hopefully see as many of you as possible. If you just pop in and say hello, hopefully we'll see you all there. You will not, though, be seeing Christo Reyes. He has done it. He is through. He is once again a PDC tour card holder. And it feels like with the level he's played here, he's got himself ready. He knows that he's going to be in a position to commit to the tour full time. You don't come and just pluck these performances consistently out of the air. He's been building and getting himself ready. Maybe the increasing prize money has reignited the flame under Christo Reyes. We've seen this before. Like Darren Webster, Ross Smith, for example, players that have stepped away from the sport and came back better. Jeffrey Sparadons getting through an edgy game against Torretta, 2 ex-tour card holders battling it out, and it is Jeffrey Sparadons who once again will find himself on the PDC Pro Tour, another Dutch representative. Well, did we expect this? I think I expected this a lot more than I did in the UK. Christo Reyes was certainly high on the agenda in regards to a shortlist. Jeffrey Sparadons would certainly have been high on a shortlist of players who could pick up a tour card. Where does it go from here? I want to know some predictions, guys, on this European side, because this is starting to juice up. Jimmy Van Ski, I think, is going to get one. Andy Bartons, we saw him have a run today to the last 16. We could see him pick one up again. Who do you think is going to pick up a tour card? Let me know down in the comment section. I will see you tomorrow for video before Sunday's live stream.